Assalamu alaikum, I am Mohamed Arafat and we are group 33 and today we will be presenting our topic, the importance of logic in avoiding fallacies in social media discourse. In today's digital age, social media has become one of the primary sources of information and of communication. However, it also exposes users to misinformation, misleading arguments, and logical fallacies. Through this presentation, we will discuss how logical thinking and critical reasoning can help us evaluate online information more effectively and reduce the spread of false or misleading content. Before we begin, let me briefly introduce the structure of our presentation. We will start with the introduction and background of the study, followed by the problem statement that explains why this issue is important today. Next, we will discuss four main points covering the role of logic, how it helps evaluate information, how it helps identify logical fallacies, and practical strategies for applying logical thinking on social media. Finally, we will conclude with our analysis and discussion, followed by the conclusion and key takeaways from our study. With that, I would like to invite our first presenter to begin with the introduction.
Hello everyone, my name is Huang Shaobo. Today I will be tell you where teamwork thinks. Where teamwork talk to you, this study focuses on logic thinking in social media communication. Nowadays, online communication is easily affected by cognitive based and emotional content, causing common logic fallacies and such as hasty generalization, personal attacks, and conformity fallacy. To solve this problem, these papers explain formal logic and non-form logic, and provide simple speculative and discrimination methods for netizens. It aims to reduce irrational online arguments and help building a rational, respectful social media environment. So thank you everyone to listen to me.
Social media is one of the biggest ways people share news and opinions today. It helps people communicate, but it also spreads false information and weak arguments very quickly. Many platforms show content based on popularity and engagement, not accuracy. This means emotional posts can become viral even if they are not true. People also make mistakes because of psychological basis. For example, the bandwagon fallacy is following what most people believe. Ad hominem is attacking a person instead of their idea. Hasty generalization means making a conclusion without enough evidence. Logic helps us think carefully before believing or sharing information. It helps us tell the difference between facts and opinions, avoid fallacies, and make better decisions. Using logic makes social media a safer place and more trustworthy place for everyone.
Right, so today I will be talking about the part of importance of logic in social media. So the first thing that comes to our mind that what online argument can be factor from. Alright, so the first one is obviously the hostility of the people, of how emotional they will get in an argument or maybe an opinion. When they are trying to debate over something, they will get I would say influenced by other people as well. And other than that, it's also unsupported assertions, and lastly is common fallacies, which is ad hominem, slippery road, or some of those that trying to convince other people in an argument with other stuff. And next one is logic. Logic is a protection for everybody else. Logic can promote respectful tone and have diverse perspective, so you can see from another point of view for this argument that you are in. Alright, so why does all of this matter? Because without using logic to argue with someone, it's just throwing yourself in an unsupportive, unpositive argument, which is very bad for your health, mental health, and also for other people. You may meet some consequences that are bad, and your digital footprint will be very bad as well. And lastly, logic can cause people to have foster knowledge and maybe have some more responsibility in themselves. That's all from my part.
Hello, my name is Dao. Today I'm going to talk about main problems that we face every day in our online life and online space. Actually, the platforms, social media platforms, they made for us to scroll and react. So each scroll we react something else. That's why they care about more our emotional side, not that the fact is true or not. So that's why our online space has really weaknesses. So some people use these weaknesses to incorrect information, incorrect posters, so they can manipulate people that this is lie or not. And every day we are fooled with so much information that without basic logic, without understanding, but we don't even check the old posters or incorrect posters. They just post it, and people trust these informations. That's why people can manipulate us easily. So because they are logically actually manipulating people by they have more shares or they have more likes. That's these posters can manipulate people every day. Thanks so much listening. This was my part.
Hi everyone, my name is Eng Xing Yi and my part is Problem Statement Part 2. Today I will talk about how social media affect our thinking and communication. Social media is not only spreading false information but also influencing how we reason because people react quickly online. Emotions often replace critical thinking, allow weak or misleading arguments to spread. To improve digital communication, we need more than fact-checking. We also need logical thinking and identify fallacies, evaluate evidence, and make better decisions. Strong reasoning helps us communicate more responsibly in the digital age. Thank you.
This is the first main point of our topic, and in this section I will explain how formal logic helps us evaluate information in today's digital world. Social media has made it easier than ever to share information, but it has also increased the spread of misinformation and emotional manipulation. Many people make decisions based on feelings or popular opinions instead of facts. This is where formal logic becomes important. Unlike emotional or subjective reasoning, formal logic focused on the structure of an argument. It helps us determine whether a conclusion logically follows from the evidence provided. By applying formal logic, we can separate valid arguments from misleading claims, making it easier to identify misinformation and think more critically before accepting or sharing information online. Thank you.
This is the second part of the first main point, and in this slide I will explain the differences between formal logic and informal logic and why both are important when using social media. Formal logic focuses on the structure of an argument. It helps us determine whether a conclusion logically follows from the given evidence, regarding of personal opinions or emotions. On the other hand, informal logic is used to evaluate everyday arguments and discussions. It helps us recognize common logical fallacies, such as misleading claims, emotional appeals, or unsupported conclusions that we often see on social media. By combining both formal and informal logic, we can think more critically, identify misinformation, and make better decisions before believing or sharing online content. This allows us to become more responsible and informed users of social media. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Amer Jamal. Today I'm going to talk about main point 2, which is how logic helps us think before we believe what we see on social media. Every day, many fake news, stories and false information are shared online. That is why it is important to use logic and critical thinking before believing or sharing anything. First, we should always check if the information comes from a reliable source. We should also compare the information with other trusted websites before accepting it as a true. Second, we should avoid believing emotional or shocking headlines without evidence. Sometimes people post false information just to get more views, likes, or shares. Fake news spreads very quickly, sometimes even faster than the true news. Can cause fear, confusion, and misunderstanding. In main point 2, we learn that using logic and critical thinking help us to difference between true and false and make social media a safe place. Thank you.
Today we use social media every day. We see a lot of social media like Instagram, TikTok, and X. But remember, not everything online is true. So many posts use fake news and big emotion to trick us. So I think we need to use logic, because logic shield us the brain, that help us thinking before we share. When you see popular video, you need to stop and ask what posted is and where is the evidence. Because social media love views and like. Popular does not means right. So we can use logic to think clearly.
Hello everyone, I'm Saleh. Today I will explain how to use logical thinking on social media. Before sharing anything, stop and think. Ask yourself if the information is true and if there is evidence. Also check trusted sources before believing or sharing a post. So we should also be respectful online, focus on the facts, not personal attacks, and be open to learning from others. In conclusion, by thinking before sharing, checking facts, and being respectful, so we can help reduce misinformation on social media. Thank you. That's all.
Hello everyone. Today I want to talk two part about analysis and discussion from the importance of logical in avoiding fallacies in social media discourse. At the part of first is analysis. Local thinking protects people from lies and claims online arguments. Still, it has three parts: emotions, unfair arguments, and the lack of training weaken our judgment. Face this question: we need school logical lessons, better platform rules, and careful use, or to clean up online discussion. And the second part is discussion. Social media pushes emotion posts, spreading four common local mistakes. Logical help us spot fashion information and take rationally online. But best thinking, quest shallow reading, and platform rules stop people from thinking clear.
Overall, we found that logic is an effective tool for identifying misinformation and logical fallacies on social media. However, logic alone is not enough. Users must also develop critical thinking, verifying information using reliable sources, and practice responsible online behavior. By combining these skills, we can create a more informed, respectful, and trustworthy digital environment.
My name is Khant Nyar Hein from Group 33. I'm responsible for conclusion part in this assignment. In conclusion, the data extracted from our assignment showed that modern social media networks favor emotional high conflict content over objective fact, creating an ideal environment for misleading arguments to thrive online. Our evaluation proved that 5 specific logical fallacies: ad hominem attack, the bandwagon effect, emotional appeal, false dilemmas, and straw man arguments, are constantly spread by users who quickly share like posts without verifying the source or looking for real evidence. Therefore, this study established the final position that mastering basic logic is vital, everyday tool rather than just an abstract academic topic. By practicing simple, deliberate topics like reflective pausing, checking source, and analyzing statements before reacting, ordinary citizens can successfully protect themselves from internet threats, halt the rapid spread of fake news, and actively change social media back into safe, rational, and constructive place for public communication and for future generations.